Hey, all well, all fine, kick it with Amaechi. Come and have a good time, kick it with Amaechi. The grandkids and grandma, kick it with Amaechi. We in here, we in line, just to see Amaechi. All well, all fine, kick it with Amaechi. Come and have a good time, kick it with Amaechi. The grandkids and grandma, kick it with Amaechi. We in here, we in line, just to see Amaechi.
Hey. I am over at the kids bus stop trying to stay cool. It's a warm day out here. Oh, it's really hot. It's 85 degrees currently. And sorry guys. Again, I'm trying to stay cool. I'm parked under a tree here, so it's not as bad because I'm in a shaded area, but it's hot. But I just came on while I'm waiting for the kids to come, just to talk about some things, just life in general. I do have the windows down, guys, because it's hot out here, so I just apologize if you hear the traffic and stuff, but just life in general. I recently spoke about being betrayed by a family member. I just want to talk about that a little more because sometimes speaking about things out loud is very therapeutic. Not going to go into detail about that anymore because I was one and done with that. But I just want to talk about when people show you who they are. You best believe them. That's the positive affirmation that woke up, or when I woke up, it was on my heart today, on my mind, throughout this day, all day, and it's now about 4 p.m. But is one of the most truest sayings that I've ever heard. When people show you who they are, believe them. We oftentimes want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You want to give them passes. You want to, turn the other cheek. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You can cause yourself to be free of a lot of heartache and pain, and focus more on your healing and your peace versus having to heal once you've gone through something traumatic with somebody. And then when you always look back in hindsight, it's like, dang, like I saw the signs, or they told me in this situation or this scenario, they told me. Why didn't I believe them? And I'm sorry, I was trying to get a bug out. That's definitely the case with me. Like I saw signs of my recent situation, and I ignored it. I ignored the little things that I saw, which was telling you guys 3 years ago. But now, looking back in hindsight, I wish I would have held on to it or zoomed in on it more, because now it's like beating me up. And it's one thing, you can forgive people and you can move on, with your life the best that you know how. But when someone has wronged you, you cannot control the fact that it's going to come back to your mind. You cannot control the fact that you're going to sleep and it's going to wake you up. You cannot control the fact that it's going to alter your personality sometimes, depending on how much you're thinking about it, or just how much of a toll it's actually taken on you. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. You just have to choose yourself. Make the best possible decision for you. It's not about the other person. It's not about trying to move past it with the individual. You're trying to move past the situation for yourself, because again, this is your own self healing. We oftentimes try to keep forcing things to happen that's not spiritually supposed to happen. Like forcing reconcile with the individual. If the person is taken out of your life, whether you caused it or they caused it, go along with it. Go along with it. Apologize for that. Maybe you can get to a place where you can discuss it, or you guys can move forward amicably later on down the line. But concentrate on self. Make yourself a priority. That's the problem. We don't do that. We take on other people's problems and we try to find solutions, and we get ourselves all caught up. One second, guys. This bug is disturbing me. And we don't necessarily, oh my God, that was a spider under this tree. Oh my God. We don't necessarily put ourselves first. And that's why you're tormented, and that's why you're being pulled in different directions, and that's why your energy is off, and that's why you're frustrated, and that's why you bring problems from work home, and you take problems from home to work, and then you do the same thing within your relationships. You do the same thing, in the community, in the home. It's not fair. You have to say things for who they are for. If it's not for you, don't deal with it. Focus on yourself, focus on your healing, and move on with yourself. Stop beating yourself up. And I have to admit it, because that's what I was doing. And I'm so happy I woke up in the headspace that I was in. And like I said, that positive affirmation. If someone shows you who they are, believe them. Because I believe that I know myself better than anybody. Okay, so if I'm showing somebody who I am, they need to believe me. Again, it's not always easy, I know, but that's something that we all should practice. Putting yourself first. And guys, listen, you can't save everybody from every situation that they get caught up in. You just can't do it. And a lot of times we always want to be the one to help you find the resources, to help you do this. Sometimes that's not even your role. Sometimes your role is just to listen. Just listen. Let the person talk to you. Allow them to vent. And then your job is done. Because trust me, once people get things off their chest, they feel like some weights was lifted and they feel a whole lot better. Stop trying to be the one to solve the problem. Unless someone calls you and say, listen, do you know X, Y, and Z, because I'm looking for this? Okay, if you know the answer, fine. But if someone calls you as a friend and they're just venting to you, allow them to vent. Most times you end up being in disagreement anyway, because once you start giving feedback, they'll kind of like, well, let me say this in their defense, or no, they not really like that. Just listen. Do yourself a favor. Just listen. Just allow them to vent. Ask them if they're okay. Ask them if do you need me to call you and check on you again, or just tell them I will be calling and checking on you again. Just tell them let go and let God, because that's the best advice you can give anybody. But again, when it's yourself, focus on yourself. Focus on your healing and your peace. Because I promise you, broken people cannot help people. And if you're not at peace, you're not going to give great advice. So again, work on self first before you try to work on others or help others. Again, if people show you who they are, believe them. Okay, guys? See you in the next upload.
Thank you for kicking it with MrsAmaechi. Oh yeah, you kicking it with MrsAmaechi. Thank you for kicking it with MrsAmaechi, yeah. Oh yeah, you kicking it with MrsAmaechi, yeah. Thank you for kicking it with MrsAmaechi. Oh yeah, you kicking it with MrsAmaechi. Thank you for kicking it with MrsAmaechi, yeah. Oh yeah, you kicking it with MrsAmaechi, yeah.